na mgbe anyị mechara n'obodo a na-ala obodo ekwensu bụ uzu ga na-amajiji
ise
ndị iro ga-anọ n'ọsọ
ise
ndị ọjọọ ga-anọ n'ọsọ
ise
ndị na-agwọ nsị ga-anọ n'ọsọ
ise
ndị okwu asị ga-anọ n'ọsọ
ise
eziokwu Chineke ga-apụta ihe
ise
onye anyị ka a na-arịọ ugbu a na ruo mgbe niile ebido
ise.
Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. I thank you for all your contribution on the comment section. Please, each time you watch my video, don't fail to go to the comment section and express yourself. Say it the way you feel it. Whatever you have found on the comment section, just make a response to the comment section. Give your own opinion. That is where we learn from each other. That is where we express our views on the comment section. And that is how to show that you are following up. Nobody knows it all. We are all learning from each other, and I must tell you, I learned a lot from the comment section, and I thank you all. As many as have subscribed to my channel, thank you very much for your contribution. I really do appreciate you. Please always continue to contribute as much as you can, and share the video to your family and friends. Share it to any platform where you belong. They must hear our voice. We cannot allow them to take over the space. We can't allow them to hijack the story. We will tell the story, the truth, and nothing but the truth. That is what we are here to do, and we will continue to do so until when Biafra comes, until when Odudua comes. That is when we will relax and continue to preach the good messages as well. Thank you so much, and remember this. Today, once again, I bring you information and details on things that are going on in the southern part of Nigeria, more especially on the southeastern part of Nigeria. And today, we're going to dig deep on the southeastern part of Nigeria. The southeastern part of Nigeria, there are so many people in that southeastern Nigeria which we all know that are supposed to be Biafrans. As we all know, the old southeastern Nigeria, comprising of the south and those they call the Niger Deltas, they are all Biafrans. They are all Biafrans. The old southeastern region, that very section where Ojukwu declared Biafra, they are all Biafrans. It doesn't matter your tribe, it doesn't matter your race, it doesn't matter your religion. We are all Biafrans. We are all Biafrans. In as much as so many of us claim to be Biafrans also, but some of them, inside them, they are not Biafrans. Inside their heart, they are not Biafran. Some people in that very section are also working against the movement of Biafra. The movement of freedom. I don't know what is their problem. Is it because we are calling it Biafra? We are talking about freedom. Freedom for everybody. Freedom for everyone. There is nobody living in that space called Nigeria that doesn't need freedom. Because every single person in that contraption called Nigeria is in captivity. It doesn't matter your tribe, it doesn't matter your region, it doesn't matter your religion. Wherever you belong, they all need freedom. We are all in captivity. As I speak now, the Fulani Janjaweed are fighting tooth and nail to make sure that they take away the land of the indigenous people of Nigeria. The indigenous tribes in Nigeria, we know there are so many tribes in Nigeria indigenous to Nigeria. The only tribe that is not indigenous in Nigeria that we all know are the Fulanis. And these people who are foreigners are fighting tooth and nail to make sure that they occupy Nigeria and make it their own home. How are they planning to achieve this? By taking away our land, not just taking it like that, by killing us and occupying our land. Already, they have killed a lot of people in that very country called Nigeria. The news is everywhere. The evidence are everywhere. And they are occupying the land. And why the thing is so disturbing is that the government of the day is complicit in this very issue. The government of the day is not doing anything to protect the indigenous people of that country. Instead, the government is protecting the foreigners. Protecting the Fulanis who have come from different parts of the world to come and take away the land. That is what the government is doing. That is why we call that government a terrorist government. Run by the Fulani Caliphate. They are the one in charge of the Nigerian government. They have taken position in everywhere. The terrorists have taken position in every key position in that very country called Nigeria is being held by the Fulanis. And that is why they are fighting tooth and nail to make sure that they take the land that belongs to the indigenous people and give to their people, the Fulanis. They talk about it on the media, they boast about it, don't shy away about it. Each time when you hear them, this is their mission. But the most disturbing thing to me is the attitude of some of us who call ourselves Biafran. Since our supreme leader MAZI NNAMDI KANU has been arrested, a lot of things have been revealed. It is now that you can be able to know that those who really are fighting for Biafra, or those who are just talking because of the money, or those who are just talking because of popularity, or those who are just making noise because of their envy, it is becoming more clearer that so many people who claim to be fighting for Biafra are not fighting for Biafra. They are fighting for their own selfish interest. They are fighting for their own selfish interest. No matter what grudges you have against MAZI NNAMDI KANU, if you are sincerely fighting for Biafra, no matter the grudges you have against MAZI NNAMDI KANU, no matter the offense MAZI NNAMDI KANU has committed against you, this is not the time to talk against him or fight against him. This is not the time to demonize him. There is nothing on earth that will warrant you to stand with the enemy against our spiritual leader MAZI NNAMDI KANU if truly you said you are fighting for Biafra. It is shameful when you see what the people who call themselves Biafra activists are saying in the arrest of MAZI NNAMDI KANU. As you all know, it is all clear, known by every living being in this world, that the man that is superheading the actualization of Biafra is MAZI NNAMDI KANU. It doesn't matter the way he's doing it. You might not like it, you might have other ideas, but the only man who has brought the fight of Biafra to the front burner is MAZI NNAMDI KANU. Undoubtedly. Undoubtedly. You can continue to lie to yourself from today to tomorrow. The only man who brought the awareness on issue of Biafra, who brought away not just Biafra, the awareness of the world on what is going on in that very country of Nigeria, is MAZI NNAMDI KANU. It is because of MAZI NNAMDI KANU that the whole world have now focused on Nigeria to know what is going on. They cannot shy away from it anymore. But it's so shameful when you see people who are supposed to be brother, who are supposed to defend their brother. In Igbo language, they say, Iwe wanne anaheru no obo. But in this case, people who are supposed to defend their own brother are the people talking trash in the media. Our Yoruba brothers are coming out to defend them as MAZI NNAMDI KANU. Our Yoruba brothers, our Middle Belgian brothers, other Southerners are coming back in numbers, defending MAZI NNAMDI KANU, people who are not even Igbos. But you see people who claim to be Igbo, who claim to be Biafran activists, coming out shamelessly in the open to talk against MAZI NNAMDI KANU. I just watched a very annoying video. Somebody who claimed to be fighting for Biafra. I'm not going to mention them. Maybe after watching the video, you know the person that is speaking. Somebody who claimed to be fighting for Biafra came out on a program, on one of the media program on the social media. He was saying that the arrest of MAZI NNAMDI KANU was not because of Biafra's struggle. He called himself a lawyer. He said the reason why MAZI NNAMDI KANU was arrested is not because he is fighting for Biafra. Making a different case, trying to demonize MAZI NNAMDI KANU by all means possible. What a shame. What a shame. How could somebody, a human being that has blood flowing in him, that has senses, you call yourself a lawyer, you come out and say that it is not because of the Biafran struggle that MAZI NNAMDI KANU was arrested. Even in a very difficult time, in a time when you are supposed to support your brother, no matter what MAZI NNAMDI KANU has done against you, which I know he did nothing against you, he was only fighting the righteous cause. You might have your own way of doing things, that is left for you. MAZI NNAMDI KANU said it several times. If you know what you will do to bring Biafra, go away on your own path, do it and bring that Biafra. That is the only demand MAZI NNAMDI KANU made. He never demonized anybody. If you know the way you will do it, leave him, let him be doing his own, go and do your own and bring Biafra. That was the message of MAZI NNAMDI. He said it several times in his broadcast. But somebody came on a video. I would like you to watch this video. Watch it carefully from beginning to end before we can now continue.
Mr. Mekesere, when you first heard about the arrest of NNAMDI KANU, what immediately came to your mind?
Asking me what entered my mind?
Yeah, what came to your mind when you heard about this arrest?
Well, what came to my mind is that the case that was stopped in 2017 will continue, because I'm aware that he was standing trial in 2017 before he now left the country. And so when I heard that he was arrested and brought back to the country, what came to my mind is that, okay, that means the trial will now continue. That's what came to my mind.
Do you see that as having any bearing on the agitation for Biafra, positive or negative?
No. He was arrested because of the crimes they accused him of committing. I think that the the caption of this interview appears to be misleading, with due respect, because it appears to say that he was arrested because of Biafran struggle, and therefore what next for the Biafran struggle? No, he was not arrested because of Biafran struggle. He was arrested because of the crimes they accused him of committing. So let it be clear, the crimes they accused him of committing, that's why he was arrested, not because he's into Biafran struggle. All of us are into Biafran struggle, but nobody arrested us. It's because of the crimes they accused him of committing. So why will he stop Biafra struggle? He is standing trial not because of Biafra struggle, but because of the crimes they accused him of.
Okay, how would you expect the Nigeria government to proceed now that is now in their custody? You are a lawyer.
Now, the rule of law is that an accused person is presumed innocent until proved guilty beyond reasonable doubt. That is the rule of law. So now that they brought him and now he's standing trial, first I give credit to the Nigerian government that has provided him with opportunity for fair hearing. I must give credit to them because from what I read, I understood that he was arrested and kept about almost 2 weeks or more than, or about 10 days or 2 weeks before we even knew what happened. So from the stories I've been hearing, I think he was arrested almost 2 weeks ago or before we now started hearing what happened. Before his followers, his members even knew where he was. So something could have happened. If they had wanted to kill him, terminate him, silence him, dispose of his body, dissolve his body with acid or whatever, they could have done that, but they didn't. They now brought him to face trial. So I give the Nigerian government credit for at least providing opportunity for fair hearing. And that is what we want in law. An accused person is presumed innocent until proved guilty. So that's what so our eyes are upon the trial. Let us hope that the cause of justice, law, rule of law, justice shall prevail. That is it. We are lawyers. We are not involved in other things, but we are just lawyers.
After listening to this man, do you really think that somebody who is speaking in this manner against MAZI NNAMDI KANU was sincerely fighting for Biafra? He is not fighting for Biafra. He is fighting for himself. He's full of envy and jealousy. This is what this man is displaying. It doesn't matter what you think. MAZI NNAMDI KANU, who the whole world know that is standing for Biafra, fighting for Biafra, persecuted before of Biafra, and you shamelessly come and say that he wasn't arrested because of Biafra. That he was arrested because of the charges they have against him. Charges about what? Did MAZI NNAMDI KANU commit any crime any place? This is a British citizen living in Britain. Did Britain tell you that MAZI NNAMDI KANU committed any crime in Britain? Has any place in this world people have said MAZI NNAMDI KANU did anything apart from the issue of this very Biafran struggle? And you shamelessly come out to disgrace yourself. It's a shame. May God have mercy on you. May Chuks have mercy on you. I'm not going to curse you because this is not the time to curse. This is the time we have to rally around MAZI NNAMDI KANU. It doesn't matter what you think about him. It doesn't matter what you believe. It doesn't matter how you hate him. He has not done anything else apart from fighting for Biafrans. You might not like the way he's doing it. Why don't you go your own way and bring your own solution? Why don't you bring your own solution? But thank God, even in that same program, unbelievably, somebody whom I didn't believe, a group I didn't believe we even defend MAZI NNAMDI KANU, was the people that were defending MAZI NNAMDI KANU. Somebody who is from Masob, the leader of Masob, came out, was defending MAZI NNAMDI KANU, telling the people in the program that this is not time to demonize MAZI NNAMDI KANU, and confess that MAZI NNAMDI KANU is a very strong, it is one of the strongest stakeholder in Biafra issue. When you talk of Biafra, if you mention Biafra without MAZI NNAMDI KANU, you are heading nowhere. You are not going to make any headway. I'm surprised to hear that, and I want you to hear the same from the man directly on this video before we cannot proceed.
Very much. Uche Namado is now here with us. Comrade Mado is now here with us. Masob, Comrade Nnamdi, you've been on our program before, but for the benefit of our listeners, first of all, you're welcome. Can you explain to us the nature of your own organization now, Masob? Can you tell us about your own organization?
Yeah. Once again, and I salute you, Lumba. Thank you, and I acknowledge the presence of other participants. I can see a lot of them. Some are my friends. I have personal close relationship with them. Some actually I may not know them, but at the same time I say welcome. My name is Comrade Nnamdi, the leader of MAZI. You know, I don't want to go into details of MAZI. We all know that MAZI was founded by our former leader, Chief Rafo Wazurike, now the leader of BIM. A lot of things happened. This platform is not what I'm here to explain. I want to talk quickly on the topic we have here, the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu, what next for the Biafran struggle. I think that's the main issue why we gather this evening. I have to tell us something. Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOB or his own faction of IPOB, as Chris may have said, is one of us. There's no way we can deny him. There's no way we can betray him. Whatever he's passing through in the name of Biafra for our people. It doesn't really matter much what he may have done. We all have made one or two mistakes. Myself, as a matter of fact, all the leaders of Biafran groups, one way or the other, we've made a lot of mistakes. Nnamdi Kanu is not an exemption. Nnamdi Kanu, though, is not an saint. No one is a saint here. All of us are talking about Biafra. We have our different ideologies and methodologies we do follow. In MAZI, we prefer non-violence. Nnamdi Kanu have his own methodology, make use of IPOB of customary government has its own methodology. BIM have their own methodology. Likewise, every other pro-Biafran groups. We have a lot of them, about 20 in number. They have their own system of approaching Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu have his own system. I think with his present predicament or condition in the hand of our oppressors, there's no need of condemning Nnamdi Kanu here. It doesn't mean much. At the end of the day, he will still come out. What he's passing through is the same thing we must pass through for the sake of Biafra. Biafra has a price tag. We must pay it. I've been in different prisons of Nigeria, myself. I've been in Kuja, I've been in Suleja, I've been in Kefi, I've been at Abakaliki prison, I've been on Onitsha prisons for the sake of Biafra. Nobody knows about this. The last time I was in prison, I spent 3 years, 6 months, and 2 weeks. I was in the prison, I lost a lot of time, my father died. So what I'm saying in essence is that Nnamdi Kanu is paying the price for Biafra. The major problem of Biafra actualization or restoration is the leaders of pro-Biafran groups. The entire leaders of pro-Biafran groups have never come together for once in a round table to discuss about themselves. We have our differences because of our different methodology or ideology we are following. All of us, each and every one of us has one or two mentality that is superior, that his own agenda is more better, more acceptable to actualize Biafra. And you want others to follow your own agenda. Whereas we have never discussed whosoever agenda or system or ideology. So these are the major problems. The problem here are not the followers. The problem here is not Biafra. The problem here is the leaders of pro-Biafran groups. All of them. We are the problem why everything is going this way. Whatever Nnamdi Kanu is doing on behalf of his own group. Whatever Emeka Emetis is doing on behalf of his own group. Whatever Chief Raf Wazirike is doing on behalf of his own group. Whatever I'm doing on behalf of MASO. Whatever Prince Richard is doing on behalf of Biafran Nation League. The same thing applicable to EPC and other pro-Biafran groups. Even Tony Nadi of Lower Niger Congress, he has his own system. The problem here is the leaders. That is the most important thing we must achieve. Not all this rantling. Nnamdi Kanu, yes, is in the hand of Nigeria. We can never abandon him. The people of Biafra can never abandon him. Currently, I can testify to you that Nnamdi Kanu, in this struggle for Biafra restoration, is a major player. Is a major stakeholder. We can never rule him out. We can't. So the idea of, in fact, he's not on his own. All of us are with him. 90% of the Biafrans are with him. So it doesn't matter if 2% say they're not with him. So the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu concerning Biafra actualization, the effect, we have to talk about the effect. It will never affect Biafra restoration. Even if Nnamdi Kanu spends 6 years behind the bars, Biafra struggle will continue. There are thousands of Nnamdi Kanus outside there. So whatever he's passing through is for Biafra. Yes, he may have made some mistakes. I'm aware. He made some mistakes. Some of his brokers are not actually comfortable with, but at the same time, we can never deny him. We can never back him up this time around. Masob, we continue to identify with him and every other pro-Biafran groups. Nobody knows tomorrow who is the next in line. If we continue to differ, if we continue to separate ourselves from the main core of Biafra, our enemies will start laughing at us. Actually, I understand there are many ways we can get this. Nnamdi Kanu may have believed in violence and armed struggle. Still upon that, I'm not seeing him executing armed struggle. All the rantling, we will do this, we will do that. I'm not even seeing any armed struggle in Biafran land. Some people believe in legal aspect or involving politics in the struggle. Fine. Sometimes it works. But we have to gather and discuss about this. Masob, we believe in our own ideology of sensitizing our people first, trying to actualize the Biafra of the mind. That's the most important thing on Masob. First of all, we must actualize Biafra of the mind. We want to let every Burman, every German, the entire Easterner to believe and know that they are Biafrans first. Until when they start thinking like Biafrans, talking like Biafrans, presenting Biafra first, Biafra interest first. That is when I believe that's our own ideology. So what I'm saying in essence is that leaders of pro-Biafran groups, as a matter of fact, must find a way of coming together, irrespective of one's ego.
Thank you.
First of all, we have to come together.
All right.
You can see, this is the spirit of a Biafran. It doesn't matter. He is not a member of IPOB. He's not a member of IPOB. Somebody that spoke now is not a member of IPOB, a member of MASOB. But he is saying that they cannot abandon MAZI NNAMDI KANU in the hand of the enemy. That is the right language. You cannot abandon your brother in the hand of the enemies, no matter what you feel he has done against you, no matter what grudges you have against him. This is not the time to talk against MAZI NNAMDI KANU or abandon him. This is not the time. As far as I know, every single message MAZI NNAMDI KANU have preached is the right message. He's not talking against you. And we all know, among all those who are agitating for Biafra, all the freedom fighters fighting for Biafra, among all of them, the only man who have stand out to make a difference with the highest number, with almost 99.9% supporting him in Biafra. 99.9% supporting him in Biafra land is MAZI NNAMDI KANU. That person that called himself a liar came to say that MAZI NNAMDI KANU is not speaking for Igbos. Who are the Igbos? Who do you know are the Igbos? Whom do you know are the Igbos? I want to ask you. When the World Igbo Congress are standing with MAZI NNAMDI KANU, speaking up for MAZI NNAMDI KANU, standing with MAZI NNAMDI KANU, who are you? Who are you? You say you are forming Biafra, whatever. Who are, we don't even know. Nobody knows about you or whatever you are doing. What effect have you had since you established your so-called Biafra struggle? What effect have you had? If not for the coming of MAZI NNAMDI KANU, who would have even known that there are people fighting for Biafra? Who cares about you? Who cares about you? People who are sincerely fighting for freedom wherever they are either in the prison or exile. You cannot be sleeping in the bed with your oppressor. If you are sleeping in the bed with your oppressor, walking hand in hand with your oppressor, moving about, it doesn't get, that means you have no effect and you are not making any move. You are not making any, you are not doing anything. That is what it means. But if you are sincerely fighting for Biafra, it doesn't matter if you're in APOB or not in APOB, wherever region you are fighting for Biafra and you're fighting for independence, they must come after you. Didn't you see Igbowo? Did you see how they came after Igbowo? Igbowo is fighting for Dudua, and they saw that Igbowo came out, not just pretending, not hiding under the cupboard. When they see the man who is really serious to fight for his people, they know. That was why they came after Igbowo. They came after Igbowo to assassinate him, not to arrest him. They want to assassinate him. And today they have declared Igbowo wanted, looking for him to imprison him. That is how you know people who are sincerely fighting for freedom for their people. In all over the world, they never play with their oppressor. They don't dance with the oppressor. They don't sit at the table with the oppressor. They go ahead. And the oppressor, when the oppressor see them, they know them. So if you said you are fighting for Biafra and you are not following along with MAZI NNAMDI KANU, sorry, you are not fighting for Biafra. You better repent. You better repent from that your grudges. Repent from that your envy and jealousy. Repent from your envy and jealousy. MAZI NNAMDI KANU did not make himself popular. MAZI NNAMDI KANU worked for the very trust that people gave him today. He worked for it. He worked for whatever he is today. He worked hard for it. He paid dearly for it. For whatever he is today, he paid dearly for it. So stop wasting your time. All you have to do now as a Biafran, as somebody who is fighting for freedom, more especially the Igbos, stand with MAZI NNAMDI KANU. No matter what he has done against you, which I know he did nothing, no matter the grudges you have against, this is the time to stand with MAZI NNAMDI KANU. And we will continue to stand with MAZI NNAMDI KANU. 1001%. We will stand with MAZI NNAMDI KANU until death do us part. We will stand with MAZI NNAMDI KANU.
O Mary Wonizu Woniroya Abakare Mama Daora Unapuri Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Unapuri Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Unapuri Mary Nnamdi bu onye du aimo. O Mary Wonizu Woniroya Abakare Mama Daora Unapuri Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Unapuri Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Unapuri Mary Nnamdi.
May Chuks continue to protect MAZI NNAMDI KANU. May Chuks continue to strengthen MAZI NNAMDI KANU. May Chuks continue to be with him very, very soon. To the surprise of our enemies, MAZI NNAMDI KANU is going to come out. Nothing is going to happen to MAZI NNAMDI KANU. He is going to come out faster than they even expect. Coming out with the flag of Biafra raised high very soon. Fear not. Don't mind the oppressors or whatever they're saying. We don't care. MAZI NNAMDI KANU is coming out to join us. He is coming out. He has gone for a very strong assignment. And we have to continue praying. Remember the prayer MAZI NNAMDI KANU gave us. The miracle is on the way. It doesn't matter if you believe him or not. Everything that he has said as a prophet, 99.9% has happened before your own very eyes. So it doesn't matter if you believe or not. Those of us who are following him know what we believe and we know what we have seen that made us to stand with him. May Chuks continue to protect MAZI NNAMDI KANU. May Chuks continue to protect Sunday Igboho. Protect everyone that is fighting for a just cause in that very country called Nigeria. May Chuks grant us victory. Thank you so much for watching wherever you're watching from. And remember this. Bye-bye. See you again on the next video.